Exceptional living, building your life from the inside out. Welcome to Dana Media, where ideas are transformed into practical wisdom for personal growth, purposeful living, and lasting impact. Today, we begin a powerful new audiobook series titled Exceptional Living, written by Daniel Eremasele. This is Session 1, Building Your Life from the Inside Out. Before we begin, please subscribe to Dana Media, like this video, and share it with someone who is ready to grow, change, and build a better life. Now, let us begin. Every building begins with a foundation. Before the walls rise, before the roof is placed, and before the beauty of the structure can be admired, something important must happen beneath the surface. The ground must be prepared, the measurements must be correct, and the foundation must be strong. The same principle applies to your life. Many people desire visible success without first developing the inner strength required to sustain it. They want greater opportunities, more money, stronger relationships, public recognition, and a better future. Yet they often neglect the condition of their thoughts, habits, emotions, values, and character. An exceptional life is not built from the outside in. It is built from the inside out. Your external circumstances may influence you, but they do not have to control the outcome of your life. Your environment may affect you, but it does not have the final word. Your past may explain where you are, but it does not have the authority to decide where you will finish. The direction of your life is shaped by what is happening within you. It is shaped by what you believe about yourself, how you respond to pressure, what you repeatedly think about, and the choices you make when nobody is watching. This is why personal change must begin inside. Many people live in a constant state of reaction. They wake up and immediately reach for their phones. Before they have considered their own priorities, they are already responding to messages, social media, news, demands, and the opinions of other people. Their attention is captured before the day has properly begun. They spend the rest of the day reacting to whatever appears urgent. At night, they feel tired and busy, but they cannot clearly explain what meaningful progress they made. This is not intentional living. It is reactive living. When you live reactively, the loudest demand controls your attention. Other people's expectations determine your schedule. Unexpected events decide your emotional condition. You may be moving constantly, but you are not necessarily moving in the right direction. Exceptional living requires a different approach. It requires you to pause, look within, and ask honest questions. What kind of person am I becoming? What thoughts are shaping my decisions? What habits are directing my days? What emotions continue to control my reactions? What values guide my choices? Where is my life currently going? These questions are not intended to condemn you. They are designed to awaken you. You cannot change what you refuse to examine. You cannot improve a pattern that you continue to ignore. Honest self-examination is not a sign of weakness. It is the beginning of wisdom and growth. One of the greatest mistakes people make is believing that their happiness will begin when their circumstances change. They say, "When I get more money, I will have peace. When I find the right person, I will be happy. When I receive a promotion, I will become disciplined. When my problems disappear, I will finally take control of my life." But external success cannot permanently repair an unhealthy inner life. More money cannot create wisdom. A new relationship cannot heal every insecurity. A larger platform cannot replace character. A better opportunity cannot compensate for poor habits. If your peace depends entirely on everything around you going according to plan, your peace will always be fragile. Circumstances change. Economies change. Relationships change. Opportunities come and go. Plans sometimes fail, and unexpected events can interrupt even the best preparation. You therefore need an inner foundation that remains steady when external conditions change. This foundation is called self-leadership. Self-leadership means taking responsibility for the direction of your thoughts, choices, habits, emotions, and actions. It means refusing to hand control of your life to circumstances, distractions, or other people's opinions. You cannot always control what happens around you, but you can learn to control how you respond. You cannot prevent every disappointment, but you can decide whether disappointment will destroy you or develop you. You cannot stop every negative voice, but you can choose which voices deserve access to your mind. You cannot rewrite yesterday, but you can make a wiser decision today. Self-leadership does not mean that you will never make mistakes. It means that you accept responsibility for learning, correcting yourself, and continuing to grow. To build your life from the inside out, you must develop 3 important strengths. The first is focused attention. Your attention is one of your most valuable resources. Whatever repeatedly receives your attention eventually influences your thoughts, emotions, and actions. If your attention is constantly divided, your progress will also become divided. A distracted mind struggles to complete meaningful work. It starts many things but finishes very little. It becomes busy without becoming effective. Focus is the ability to direct your attention toward what matters and keep it there long enough to produce a meaningful result. This does not mean working without rest. It means being fully present during the time you have chosen to work. When you are reading, read. When you are planning, plan. When you are listening to someone, listen. When you are resting, allow yourself to rest. When your attention is divided between many things, the quality of everything you do begins to decrease. Protecting your focus may require simple but courageous decisions. You may need to turn off unnecessary notifications, place your phone in another room, reduce the time you spend on social media, or create a quiet period for important work. Every distraction you remove gives your mind more strength for what truly matters. The second inner strength is emotional control. Emotions are a natural part of life. You will experience joy, disappointment, fear, anger, sadness, excitement, and uncertainty. Emotional strength does not mean pretending that these feelings do not exist. It means recognizing your emotions without allowing every emotion to control your behavior. A feeling is real, but it is not always a reliable instruction. You may feel afraid and still take the right step. You may feel disappointed and still remain committed. You may feel angry and still choose respectful words. You may feel tired and still complete one important responsibility. You may feel uncertain and still move forward with wisdom. There is great power in creating a small space between what you feel and what you do. When pressure rises, pause before you respond. Take a slow breath. Ask yourself, what response will move this situation toward a better outcome? That brief pause can protect a relationship, prevent a damaging decision, and preserve your peace. Emotional control is not developed in one day. It grows every time you choose a thoughtful response instead of an immediate reaction. The third inner strength is the ability to build good habits. Your life is not shaped only by the major decisions you make occasionally. It is shaped by the small actions you repeat every day. A single healthy meal will not transform your body, but healthier choices repeated over time can make a significant difference. Reading one page may appear small, but reading consistently can expand your knowledge. Saving a small amount of money may not look impressive, but the habit of saving can gradually strengthen your financial life. Writing for a few minutes every day can eventually produce a complete book. Small actions become powerful through repetition. This is why you must not despise a small beginning. You do not need to change your entire life in one day. You need to begin making better choices consistently. The mind is capable of learning new patterns. When you repeat an action, that action gradually becomes more familiar. What feels difficult at the beginning can become easier with practice. Think about learning to drive, type, cook, operate a machine, or use a new application. At first, every step requires careful thought. After enough practice, many of those actions become natural. Your habits develop in a similar way. When you repeatedly choose focus over distraction, focus becomes stronger. When you repeatedly choose patience over anger, patience becomes easier. When you repeatedly begin your day with purpose, intentional living becomes part of your character. You are not permanently trapped by your present habits. You can learn new patterns and build a better way of living. However, change requires patience. Many people become discouraged because they expect immediate transformation. They begin a new routine and abandon it when they do not see quick results. But growth often happens quietly. A seed develops beneath the ground before anything becomes visible above the surface. In the same way, your inner development may be producing strength before the external results appear. Continue building, continue learning, continue making better decisions, continue strengthening your mind. Progress may be slow, but slow progress is still progress. One practical way to begin building your life from the inside out is to protect the first part of your morning. How you begin your day can influence how you approach everything that follows. If possible, avoid giving your phone the first moments of your day. Before you enter the noise of the outside world, give yourself time to become mentally and spiritually settled. You can use this time to pray, reflect, drink water, stretch your body, read something constructive, write down your priorities, or quietly prepare your mind for the day. Ask yourself, what are the 3 most important things I need to accomplish today? Then decide which one deserves your best attention. A purposeful morning does not need to be complicated. Even 15 or 20 intentional minutes can make a difference. A second practical step is to invest in your personal growth. Your future will be influenced by the quality of the person you are becoming. Set aside time to learn. Read books that expand your thinking. Listen to teachings that strengthen your understanding. Develop useful skills. Examine your decisions. Study your mistakes without condemning yourself. Do not only work on earning a living. Work on developing the wisdom, discipline, and character required to live well. The stronger you become within, the better prepared you will be to handle greater opportunities. A third practical step is to examine your energy. At the end of each day, do not ask only, what did I accomplish? Also ask, what strengthened me today, and what drained me? Some activities restore your energy. Others repeatedly weaken it. A meaningful conversation may encourage you. Constant complaining may drain you. Exercise may strengthen you. Poor sleep may reduce your ability to think clearly. Focused work may create satisfaction. Endless scrolling may leave you tired and dissatisfied. Pay attention to these patterns. You cannot remove every demanding responsibility, but you can reduce unnecessary drains and create healthier ways to recover. Sometimes the most productive thing you can do is rest properly, clear your mind, and return with renewed strength. As you begin this journey of exceptional living, remember that the goal is not perfection. The goal is intentional growth. There will be days when you lose focus. There will be moments when emotions rise quickly. There will be habits you struggle to change. Do not use these moments as evidence that you cannot succeed. Use them as opportunities to learn. Ask what triggered the setback. Identify what needs to change. Make the correction, forgive yourself, and continue moving forward. An exceptional life is not a life without difficulties. It is a life built with the inner strength to face difficulties wisely. Your circumstances may not change immediately, but you can begin changing the person who is facing those circumstances. You can become more focused. You can become more disciplined. You can become emotionally stronger. You can develop better habits. You can learn to make wiser decisions. You can build a life guided by purpose instead of pressure. Your transformation begins when you stop waiting for the outside world to change and begin taking responsibility for the world within you. Before we close, take a moment to reflect on these 3 questions. First, what habit or distraction currently has the greatest negative influence on my life? Second, what inner strength do I most need to develop, focus, emotional control, or consistency? Third, what simple action can I begin today that will move me toward the person I want to become? Do not merely think about your answers. Write them down and choose one action to practice during the coming week. Your exceptional life will not be built by one emotional decision. It will be built through the small, purposeful choices you make every day. The foundation is within you. Strengthen the foundation, and the visible structure of your life will eventually begin to change. Thank you for listening to Exceptional Living, written by Daniel Eremasele and presented by Dana Media. This has been Session 1, Building Your Life from the Inside Out. In Session 2, we will explore winning the battle for focus and emotional control. You will learn how to protect your attention, manage pressure, and respond wisely when life becomes demanding. If this message has encouraged you, please like this video, subscribe to Dana Media, and share it with someone who is ready to build a better life. Until we meet again, keep learning, keep growing, and keep building your exceptional life from the inside out.